Joseph, favored son of Israel.
The road to Emmaus. On the third day after Jesus' crucifixion, 2 of his disciples were going to the village of Emmaus. While they walked and questioned each other, Jesus himself came near and walked with them, but their eyes were kept from recognizing him.
What are we going to do now?
I thought he was the one. Why are you walking and talking so sadly?
Don't you know the things that have happened recently in Jerusalem?
What things? The things concerning the prophet, Jesus the Nazarene. The priests and our rulers crucified him.
But we were hoping that he would redeem Israel.
And now it is the 3rd day since these things happened.
Also, some of the women from our group said that he was alive.
Foolish people. Didn't the prophets write that the Son of Man had to suffer these things in order to enter into his glory? Beginning from the law and the prophets, he explained to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. This is just one of the stories Jesus could have told. Consider the story of Joseph! Greetings, true believers. Welcome to another heroic tale of biblical heroism. As you know, we have had Joseph sitting around the fire with his family. But due to technical difficulties, that original image did not save. So, the heroic act that we are going to witness is the redrawing of page 13 of Joseph, favored son of Israel. Yes, Twisted Shots, it is true. I'm sorry to be the bearer of this news, but it looks like we're going to have to do this all over again, but it was fun the first time, wasn't it? It was fun doing it the first time. This just in. Page 13 did not save correctly. So, what I do have is this photo. I was sharing photos online on Instagram and stuff, but this photo is when I make it, let's see, let's make it not blue, let's make it, okay, it already saved as blue, so I can't change it back to the original black, but, as you can see, it's pixelated, it's really not print quality, so it really has to be redrawn. I cannot just use this. I'm thankful that I do have this. I'm thankful that I do have this much to go on. So let's get started. Nothing to it but to do it. I think I'm going to add a channel points redeem to remind me to save my work. I thought apparently it was just in RAM and not in, it was just in temporary memory, but not in permanent memory. Let's start from the upper left-hand corner, shall we? Let's see if this is... Nope. Let's use number 25. At least I don't have to recreate. I don't have to rethink it all. There was a lot of thinking involved in drawing it the first time. So this time, I've already done the heavy thinking. So how are things with you, Twisted? Do you have Labor Day plans? Don't let it get you down. Spent hours working on voicing and editing, only to lose it all. Yep, I know. I understand. Things happen. People are human, and computers are made by humans, so even computers aren't perfect. Let's give you a proper shout out, shall we? If anybody else is listening, as if anybody else is watching. Just about to start some voicing stuff for the day and was enjoying the Matt and Mo Back Row Morning Show over at LTN. Matt and Mo Back Row Morning Show. Never seen that. I'll have to check that out. Alright. Also, I have a brand new iPad case. I didn't think it would be such a big deal, but it's really cramping my style. It's really, I have to reconfigure how I actually do my art. My old case, well, it was old. It was falling apart. It was no longer a case. The iPad was no longer protected by it. It was falling out. So I really did need to replace it. But this case is not easily propped up in order to make it the right angle to draw. Staying home this weekend and being safe. I think we're doing the same. Don't have enough money to go anywhere, so my wife is going to do some work on Monday to get time and a half. I have off on Monday. The new job is going great for me. Keep learning more and more stuff. I have been at help desk for, at other companies since 2009. And I thought I would know something after doing help desk for that long. The things I know, apparently, only work in certain companies, only work in the companies that I came from. And this company has their own way of doing things. Thank you, Nightbot. Artsy Bible Nerd is drawing a comic book called Joseph, Favored Son of Israel, which is a story narrated by Jesus while walking with two of his disciples on the road to Emmaus. And this is page 13. Comics in the Cross is in lurk mode. Greetings, Comics in the Cross. Comics in the Cross is in lurk mode and is going to roam aimlessly around the comic shop, refusing help until the cashier is busy with someone else. So I explained losing page 13 to my wife, and I said, I do have a version of page 13, but it's a faxed version of page 13. Not with today's high quality faxes. I mean a 1990s version of the fax machine that came on that weird paper. Seems the job is doing what it's needed for the time being, at least. Providing some income. Yes, exactly. I hope to stay there. I hope not to have to look for another job ever. I'm happy with being there. Laser receipt quality. I thought I had been saving. Every time I opened the machine, it was just there. So even after restarting, even after I could always find it, I thought it was auto-saving. Save, save, save. Excellent. I'm gonna have instead of a hydrate redeem, I'll have a save redeem. Back up your saves also to another computer. Yep. I know these things. In theory, I know these things, but do I practice them? All in theory, of course. It would never happen to me. Going to lurk. Thank you for coming in. All right then, happy recording. Chin up, my friend. Look at you go. You've almost completed the redrawing on the right side, all right? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I could have been a lot more distressed, a lot more distraught. I'm surprised that I'm not as emotional as I could have been, so it's all right. It's okay. It'll be all right. Left side. That's right. Starboard is port, port is starboard. Nope, don't like that one. Let's try that again. God's got this. I am merely his messenger, merely his servant. I have to keep reminding myself of that because I continue getting burned by thinking that it all depends on me. Okay, thanks for checking back in. I'm going to be here until 2 o'clock, and then we'll see if my family allows me to do a second stream today. I'm going to stream as much as possible during this long weekend. So I may be doing 3 streams, at least 3 streams, is my plan at least. Let's back that down to number 12. Nope. Oh. I think it was at 40, that's the problem. Let's make it up at 25. Thank you, Nightbot. Artsy Bible Nerd is supported by donations from people like you. Thank you so much for all you have given already. The more that is given in the way of donations makes it more and more possible to make the book free to the public on Webtoons. Please feel free to subscribe and or donate at the Ko-fi website here. Thank you once again for your generosity. So I have learned a lesson from losing this page, is to know exactly where I'm keeping things, keep them in the right place so you know exactly where to find them. It's easy to learn something academic, well, easier to learn something academically than it is to actually do the thing. But mistakes, especially big mistakes, are easily remembered. If I didn't make mistakes, I wouldn't have learned my biggest lessons.
I would like to learn lessons without mistakes. I would like it not to be painful. But for some reason, we can't learn stuff without making mistakes. At least I can't. Time to hydrate. Can't believe it's been 30 minutes already. Life is all about learning how to deal with setbacks. I've had bigger setbacks in my life. We fought against COVID, we fought against unemployment, we have fought against many different things in our household. So just because I lost a drawing, lost a bunch of the work that I've been doing on this drawing. I did it once, I can do it again, I can redo it. It is not a big deal. I've said before, the followers on the stream are more important to me than the actual drawing that I do on the stream, which is a surprise to me. I didn't expect Twitch to be so... I knew it was interactive, but I didn't expect it to be so... I don't have a word for it. It's a family. Twitch is really a group of people who really care for one another, who want to hear, want to see. Not my real family, of course. I was more broken up about how people were going to be disappointed that this page was not done. Or not saved correctly. So it wasn't me who was broken up. I was more concerned about viewers and followers being broken up. So we went to the high school football game last night. My daughter's in the band, so we sat in the section right next to the band. I'll call it the band parents section. A good time was had by all. My 12-year-old enjoyed himself as well. I was never into college football so much. When I was not college, but high school football. When I was in high school, yes, I did go to the games. I did sit in the stands. And I remember sitting close to the band and seeing the things that they do. And I thought, oh, it's just too late for me to learn an instrument. I could never be in the band. I didn't learn how to play guitar until I was 21. I learned it by a book. I learned it back in my day. There was no internet. When I learned guitar, there was no internet. You couldn't just download a tutorial. You had to go to either buy a book or borrow a book from the library. True story. I mean, I hope this is a true story because I keep retelling it. But Paul McCartney, back in the 50s or the 60s, when he learned an E minor chord, it was either E minor chord or E7 chord. He had to get on a bus and go across the town to find a guy to show him how to play the E7 chord. And yet and then he got on the bus and went back home. But, you know, I guess he could have gone to a library. I had a book, you know, that showed me all the chords. I had a diagram of all the chords. And then when I taught my daughter how to play, I taught her the C chord and a few chords after that. And then she was done. She's like, nope, I don't need anything else. I got YouTube. I got these YouTube tutorials that are showing me how to play. And fast forward to today, she is the best guitar player in the house. I forget what brought that story on. I forget why I started with that story. Oh, yeah, it's never too late. It's never too late to learn an instrument. It's never too late to learn whatever you want to do. Put your mind to it and do it. Now, adults have less time on their hands than a teenager does. which is why I thought I had to learn an instrument by the time I was 4, or else the window is closed. It is never too late. Just log in your 10,000 hours. You don't have to log them all in at the same time. You can take your time becoming an expert in 10,000 hours, or you can wake up every day, work 8 hours a day like it's a full-time job, and log in your hours that way. Most people can't afford to do that. Most people have to go to what's called a day job. Or an evening job, whatever time your job. Whatever time your hours are. I'm going to switch to a 12 brush for this, because I think it's necessary. But after your day job, what's it say in Ecclesiastes? Do whatever your hand finds to do with all your heart, with all your might. There's another Ecclesiastes verse that says, I think it's 11:6. It's either 6:11 or 11:6. Do one thing, plant your crops during the day and do something else at night, because you don't know whether one will be successful or both. You have no idea how successful you'll be, so don't listen to people who say you'll never get anywhere. How do they know? Those are usually frustrated people who didn't get anywhere themselves and don't want to see anybody else succeed. You don't know the future until you make the future. For a long time, I was very scared of publishing my art. For a long time, I've wanted to be a book publisher This is before the days of self-publishing. It's just very scared of even starting out, even because I didn't want to. I was so afraid of making bad art. I was so afraid of making I was more afraid of making bad art than I was afraid of failure. Spoiler, you're going to make some bad art. You are human. Yes, of course you're going to be making bad art. But hopefully your bad art is successively better than your bad art was in the past. Fail forward. You're gonna fail. At least fail in a position that you weren't in before. At Google, they tell people, fail faster. Fail. If you want to innovate something, let's see if it fails. Let's make sure it fails fast. But, let's fail fast and move on to the other thing. Move on to the next thing that might possibly succeed. In art, we call that sketching. You make multiple sketches to see what works. Multiple fast sketches in order to see what works. So my schedule is going to be changing again because my work schedule is changing again. Also, I'm learning it's possible for me to stream an hour earlier. I think I can do it an hour earlier on Thursdays and Fridays. Maybe Thursdays, but not Fridays. Just realized. So I was not here last night because my daughter had a home game, and I took my son there. So it looks like every other Friday I will not be able to stream because of my daughter's home games. But on the away games, I will be able to stream on Friday nights. But that means I'll also have to cut it short in order to pick her up from her game. I would like to be predictable. It is my goal to be a predictable streamer, so people can know when to find me, where and when to find me. But because I have to work this day job and be so responsible with other things in my life, being a predictable streamer is going to have to take a back seat. My family takes precedence over streaming. I'm sorry to tell you that. Sorry to break that to you. Let's choose number 25. Number 12. 12. Do 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do 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 do. So my son lost his favorite basketball. Keep in mind, we have many basketballs because every birthday, every Christmas, people are always giving him another basketball. And he's always excited about the newest basketball. So he's not lacking for basketballs, but he had lost his favorite basketball, and he was distraught. He was very upset, and we kept telling him, hey, you have more basketballs, let's not get so upset. So today I've finally found the lost basketball out in the yard. It was hiding under a bush. So I brought in the lost basketball into the house, and you would have thought it was Christmas. You would have thought it was birthday and Christmas and I don't know, 4th of July. Whatever reason that there is to get excited over a holiday, you would have thought it was that day. So I told my wife, I was like, man, it's like the finding the lost sheep. Even though we already have 99, God rejoices over that lost sheep. So I'm planning on watching episode 2 of She-Hulk tonight during dinner. with the family. We saw episode 1. She-Hulk was pretty entertaining. Oh, apparently there's new Spider-Man news. Spider-Man 4 is in production, or at least being worked on, as if I should be surprised by that. They made a lot of money off Spider-Man 3, so why not make another $1 billion off of Spider-Man 4? Oh, there's a filming start date for Blade. Anyway, I know I saw something last night, but I can't remember what I saw. We're getting to the other corner. We're getting there. Oh, no neck art. No neck art. Hello, how are you? How long have you been there? Neck Art is in lurk mode and is going to roam aimlessly around the comic shop, refusing help until the cashier is busy with something else. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you for being here. The reason that I'm re-inking page 13 is because it did not save correctly. I went to go find it, and it was not there. So actually, it was there, but it looked like this. This was not there, and this was not there, but this was there. That is all that had been saved. And I know not why. I know not why. So, luckily, I already had this. I posted it to social media somewhere or Discord somewhere, so I have this to trace to ink from, but the quality is not what you want. This is not finished quality, so I really have to re-ink over it. But thankfully, the inking is a lot faster than the thinking. I had to think a lot about these lines every time I had to draw them from scratch. But now that I've done that, the thinking is done. All I have to do is do the inking. So now I'm a comic book inker. I guess I was before. So I expect this inking should take a lot less time than it did before. So I'm inking the canopy. We'll see how far we get. I'll be here tomorrow as well. So last week's Bible reading went so well, I thought we'd do it again on Sundays when most people are thinking about the Bible. Why not read it out loud on Sundays? So I'm going to stream tonight. This stream is going to be until 2 o'clock. I'm going to try to be on after dinner. For another 2 hours. And And then tomorrow for 2 hours on Sunday. And then on Labor Day, we'll see if I can sneak in another 2 hours. I don't know why this is that. I wouldn't have drawn that on purpose. It must be an accident. It must be something I missed before. Humbled servant. Hey, how are you? I believe I followed you the other day. My rules. You like the rules? Make sure you wipe your feet. No shoes, no short, no service. It's easier to write that than it is to say it. Let me shout you out, humbled servant. Oh, let me shout out No Neck Art as well. I'm a horrible host. Please pardon my manners. Let's shout out No Neck Art. Who else is here? Comics in the Cross. Who else? Twisted Shots. Twisted Shots. Shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. If I forgot anybody, feel free to yell at me and say, hey, you didn't shout me out. Late to the stream, can you tell me what I'm seeing? Okay, well, here's the backstory behind this. This is page number 13. This is Joseph sitting around the fire telling him about his first dream. No, the second dream. This is telling him about the second dream. And here's Israel, his father, listening intently, and the rest of the family are moaning and groaning. He thinks he's going to rule over us. The problem with this is I've already drawn this entire page, but then I thought I saved it correctly, but it did not save correctly. So, but thankfully I already had a snapshot of this drawing that I posted to social media, so that's what the blue layer is. I'm re-inking over this blue layer. So I've already done all the work, but it has not been saved correctly for whatever reason, human error or server error or something. So but the next frame is Simeon saying, the great prophet speaks. Simeon, let Joseph speak. This is Benjamin, the youngest brother. This is a no-named brother. This an extra brother. He doesn't get paid. He doesn't get credits. This is Israel. This is Judah, the bald one. This one is Reuben, and then Judah, and then this one is Simeon. This one is Levi. and the rest of them they don't have speaking roles. And this one is Beulah. This one is Leah. This one is Leah's servant, Zilpah. And then Rachel. No. Her name is Dinah. You say Dinah, I say Dina. I do have her face somewhere else, so I just got to copy and paste that and ink it. So, and then this is Benjamin right here, the youngest brother. So then they say, "You may speak, Joseph." And then page 14 is him speaking about the sun, moon, and the stars bowing down at his feet. Phew, so that was a lot of talking. Thank you, Nightbot. Artsy Bible Nerd is supported by donations from people like you. Thank you so much for all you've given already. The more that is given in the way of donations and subscriptions makes it more and more possible to make the book free to the public on Webtoons. Please feel free to subscribe and or donate to the Ko-fi website here. Thank you once again for your generosity. So right now, working on the tent canopy that we're looking through out into the campfire. Let's work on this low-hanging tent right here. A piece of tent. Is it a piece of tent? Oh, I forgot. I don't know if you've seen my trailer. Let me show you my trailer.
Joseph, favored son of Israel. The road to Emmaus. On the third day after Jesus' crucifixion, 2 of his disciples were going to the village of Emmaus. While they walked and questioned each other, Jesus himself came near and walked with them, but their eyes were kept from recognizing him.
What are we going to do now?
I thought he was the one. Why are you walking and talking so sadly?
Don't you know the things that have happened recently in Jerusalem?
What things? The things concerning the prophet, Jesus the Nazarene. The priests and our rulers crucified him.
But we were hoping that he would redeem Israel.
And now it is the 3rd day since these things happened.
Also, some of the women from our group said that he was alive.
Foolish people. Didn't the prophets write that the Son of Man had to suffer these things in order to enter into his glory? Beginning from the law and the prophets, he explained to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. This is just one of the stories Jesus could have told. Consider the story of Joseph!
There you go. That is the trailer. Greetings, Trombone Dalek. Trombone is here and muted and lurking while paying bills and grumbling about capitalism. I have never been more happy to pay bills than the last time that I paid bills, because we had just gotten a good paycheck and paid off some electricity, paid off some water, paid off all the things that you need. So I'm not going to grumble about paying bills anytime in the near future. It was like I bought a new car. I bought some electricity. Let's shout out. Typing is hard for me. I don't know why. Trombone Dalek is here. faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to yeet bots over tall buildings in a single bound. Look into the chat window. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's trombone Dalek, 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 Dalek. Modding for a streamer near you. Thank you, humbled servant. Thank you. Please feel free to check out my Book of John playlist with commentaries on YouTube. Click there. It is the Book of John as told by the Lumo version. I do believe I'm very impressed with the Lumo version. The Lumo version. I shouldn't say version. It's the NIV is the version, but the Lumo series is the movie of Jesus of the New Testament. Humble servant says, so you animate and illustrate I do not animate. I'm not an animator. I guess you could say a illustrator. I watch a lot of tutorials by David Finch. I am a member of the Finch flock. Not that I have to pay dues to be a member or anything, but I do frequent his YouTube channel quite a bit. It is my goal. This series is going to be a lifelong goal. I will die old. I will probably die before the series is done. But there are many stories that Jesus could have told on the road to Emmaus, and this is only one of them. I'm starting with Joseph because I think it's the most typology rich in typology. I could have started with Moses. But even Lucas made prequels, right? I think C.S. Lewis made prequels before George Lucas did. He wrote Narnia, and then he wrote the backstory to Narnia. At least that's what I've heard. I'm not as big a fan of C.S. Lewis as I could be. I know the Narnia story, but that's about it. I've tried listening to the audiobook version of the Screwtape Letters. I think I did this wrong the first time, so I'm going to have to fix it this time. So the reason I'm drawing this is because I learned about, the reason I'm writing this story, that is, I learned about typology some time ago. And if you want I think I have a command for typology. If you want to learn more about typology, yes, there it is. So if you like prophecies, you will love typology. Typology is for example, the most in my view, the most compelling example of typology is when Jesus talks about he was talking to the Pharisees, and the Pharisees were asking him to give him a sign. He says, "Only a sinful generation asks for a sign, and none will be given it, except for the sign of Jonah. Because just as Jonah was 3 days in the belly of the fish, so the Son of Man will be 3 days in the belly of the earth." And I thought, ooh, Jonah is a more important character than I thought that he was. It's not just Jonah. There are many instances of typology all over the Bible, all over the Old Testament. And I think it's one of the most compelling cases for Jesus being the Messiah. And getting this book, getting this idea into as many hands as possible is my goal. Oh, I didn't realize there was a soapbox under my feet. Where did this come from? Someone left this soapbox here under my feet. It's a humbled servant. What have you been playing? Have you been playing more? You were playing a DC game. It wasn't Versus. When last I saw you, you were playing a game with DC characters in it, DC Comics characters in it, of which I cannot remember the name. That's quite all right. That's a very good excuse. I just dropped a whole bunch of facts. DC Universe Online. Okay. DCUO. DCUO. Okay. So, humble servant, can you answer me this question for me, please? Since you're a DC fan more than I am, when's the last time you've seen Bruce Wayne in the gym working out? Rooftops keeps you in shape. Actually doing the, yes, I think that has to be the answer, because I hardly ever see him in the gym. I hardly ever see him working out. You know where I always see him? He's always at the computer. He's got things to do during the day. He's taking care of this billion-dollar corporation, multi-billion-dollar corporation. And he never sleeps at night. That's also can't be bad, can't be good for your health. When does he sleep? How does he have time and energy? Right, of course, I can't see it all. So while you have Google open there, could you Google for me Batman working out? Or Batman in the gym? And tell me how many images that you find when you Google Batman in the gym. People do sleeping streams. Workout streams. Hey, Epitome! Raid from Epitome. Thank you very much, Epitome. Thank you for the first time chat, Dr. Doom. Thank you for the first time chat, Adam for Christ. Awesome. Welcome, first time visitors. Let me show you my trailer.
Joseph, favored son of Israel. The road to Emmaus. On the third day after Jesus' crucifixion, 2 of his disciples were going to the village of Emmaus. While they walked and questioned each other, Jesus himself came near and walked with them, but their eyes were kept from recognizing him.
What are we going to do now?
I thought he was the one. Why are you walking and talking so sadly?
Don't you know the things that have happened recently in Jerusalem?
What things? The things concerning the prophet, Jesus the Nazarene. The priests and our rulers crucified him.
But we were hoping that he would redeem Israel.
And now it is the 3rd day since these things happened.
Also, some of the women from our group said that he was alive.
Foolish people. Didn't the prophets write that the Son of Man had to suffer these things in order to enter into his glory? Beginning from the law and the prophets, he explained to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. This is just one of the stories Jesus could have told. Consider the story of Joseph!
So that is the premise for the book that I'm working on. This is the first book in a series. Thank you, Epitome. Yes, I did draw all that. I never read it, but there was a rumor Bruce Wayne actually an enhanced human. I believe it. I think that is where we're going with this theory because he never works out. His biceps are almost as big as Superman's. He never sleeps, and he never ages. So he's got to be something more than just human, just more than a rich human. So this is for those of you who are new, who just popped in, the bad news is that page 13, the page that I've spent the most time drawing, did not save correctly. And I do have this snapshot of it, which is low res. I told my wife it's like a 1990s fax machine quality, so we really have to ink on top of the already drawn drawing. So this is the ink layer that I'm working on right now. The good news is that it's a lot faster to ink something that's already been drawn than it is to draw it from scratch. So I don't think they looked that good. Remember the not so plain paper that you got on your fax machine? The big deal was the plain paper fax. Oh, finally a plain paper fax. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. It's a good thing I found this out. The only reason I found this out is in order to reference things for page 15. Page 14 is, well, let's go through the plot of page 13. He's sitting around the fire, telling the family his dream. They're doing some groaning. I can't believe he believes he's going to rule over us. And Simeon gives a snide remark. Wait, listen, the great prophet speaks. Ha 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 ha. Simeon, let Joseph talk. Go ahead, Joseph. And Joseph starts his story. And then we go to page 14. Talking about the dream where the sun, the moon, and the stars were bowing at his feet. So, there you go. That is where we're at right now. And while I'm thinking about it, let's save. Because that's what got me into trouble in the past. Not saving as often as I should. So how was your stream, Epitome? What were you reading from the Bible today? Stream was great, he says. Awesome. What were you reading today? Stickman Dan, hello. Greetings, first-time chatter. Much reading and discussion, awesome. Purely reading the Bible and then was chatting with chat. 2 Samuel and Ezekiel and the Gospel of Mark, wow. So I'm planning to do some Bible reading tomorrow as well, starting with Matthew 5. I think we might do 8 chapters. Last Sunday started with Matthew 1 through 4, and that took 1 hour, so twice as long, should take twice as many chapters. In one Batman Old Comics, there was an accident in the science lab, then later shows him doing more enhanced things. Oh! I never dove into it, but supposedly he could be more than just an average human. Wow! I need more information on that. Because that would explain a lot. I think a lot of people, yeah, they don't bring that, officially they don't bring that up. Everybody loves the underdog story. Exactly. I think they sell more books by saying, yeah, he's an average, regular human. Even you can do the things that he does. If you had enough money, then you could do the things that Batman does. Just like Tony Stark. Oh, I forgot. Turn my music back on. I don't have any monies either, Stickman. Welcome to the club. I'm just going to be as super as I can be. I'm going to do the powers that God gave me. The talents that he gave me to do what I can for him, which includes my art, the parable of the talents is sticks into my heart. What am I doing with my talent? Am I squandering my talent? Am I burying it into the ground? Epitome is going to lurk and work. Have fun lurking and working. God bless you in your drawings. Thank you very much. Stickman is lurky worky. I must be going now. This has been amazing and quite enjoyable and enlightening. Thank you very much, humble servant. I'll be here for 13 more minutes, and then I'll be rating someone else as well. I'll also be streaming tonight, approximately 9 or 10 o'clock. I'm going to stream as much as possible on this 3-day weekend. I forgot this area right here. Oh, thank you for the follows from Stickman Dan and also Xanadu Peach 47. All right. What should I do next? Let's do this area next. Thank you, Nightbot. The verse of the day, actually, I have not changed the verse of the day for many days. I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's still a relevant verse. Leviticus 19:33, when a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them. I've been very convicted by the scriptures for the fatherless, the foreigner, the fatherless, and the widow. So there are many scriptures about the foreigners and widows. Oops, let's do that again. All throughout the Old Testament. And I think that we could learn something today from how God told them to treat those people back in the Old Testament, back in that day. In what ways do we mistreat foreigners? Today. When a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them. I can't tell you how many times I've been told to go back to Africa, and yet, unless we're Native Americans, we all come from somewhere else. So for those of you who did not get the explanation, I'm redrawing, re-inking page number 13 because I did not save it correctly. I don't know what happened. I went to find it and it was not the way I left it. But thankfully, it was all thought out. It was all completed as best I could. I had planned to go back to it in order to do some more things to the background, but the background was not there, and the foreground was not there. The characters were not there. Nothing had been saved except for the original stick drawing. So thankfully I had already taken a snapshot of it, screenshot. So I'm using the screenshot as reference. It's a very bad quality screenshot. I told my wife it was like a 1990s fax. For those of you who remember the 1990s and the fax machines, we thought faxes were so high tech back then. Wow, you can send a document to someone across the country, across the world. That is so high tech. And then when plain paper faxes were invented, I think this quality also, my Discord link in your panels doesn't work. I thought you should like to know. I think if you copy the link first and then paste it into Discord, I think it'll work then. Can you try that? Because that's what happens to me when I go to people's Discord. When you're on mobile, when you're on your phone, and you click on that thing and it doesn't take you anywhere. Just tried now, and that way as well. It didn't work. What? All right then. How about this? Let me know if that link works. Wow. So which one is it? You said the invite is invalid, and then you said yes. So the one I just posted, is it invalid or is it good? Panel seems broken. All right then. I'm gonna have to whisper you when I'm done with this stream. I'm gonna have to, oh, it has been 2 hours of streaming, so it looks like I'm done. But thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm gonna have to fix that. All right, thank you everyone for being here. I'm gonna find someone else to raid. Let's see who's available. 11 viewers. Thank you, everyone. I'm doing my best to stream. Usually I stream between 10 o'clock p.m. to midnight. And fun fact, not many people are awake during those hours. So I'm doing my best to stream on the weekends in the afternoon. Let's see. Tsunami Gaming. Let's go to Tsunami Gaming. If I don't catch you later on today, have a great week, Artsy. Thank you very much. Feel free to join Video Game Gospel and share your art there. All right then. Video Game Gospel. Is that a channel? Can I raid them right now? Are they on? Okay, Discord. My music has stopped. That must mean it's been 2 hours. All right. Feel free to use my raid command. I'm going to post that in the chat. And let's go find Tsunami Gaming. And now click this button, and then we type again. Tsunami Gaming is also a Christian streamer. He looks like he's just chatting. So we're going to start the raid. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me and lurking. All right, 11 viewers are ready to raid. Thank you so much. All right, I shall be back this evening after dinner. Until then, may the Lord be with you. Peace.